Begin with the 7-line supplication to Padmasambhava. Ujin yujin nup jam sam pe mage sardong pola yatsen chogin nup druge pe majang ne jesudra 거룩한 드라마 오호 계기 제수 닥두기 진지합지색 수소 구루 뱀마시리호 오마홍 벤잘 구루 베마시리홍 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 오마홍 오마홍 오마홍. The invocation of the path clearing and wish fulfilling prayer to Padmasambhava, reminding us that all obstacles are illusions and that we can release the need to attach to those illusions. Dosam Sangye Guru Rinpoche Nungdru Kunda Dewa Chen Puja Barche Kunsel Dudu Drakotsel Soan Depso Jinji Latu So Chinang Sangwei Barche Jiwadang Sampalunji Drupa Jinji Lo Precious guide, one with all the Buddhas of the three times, blissful presence and source of all spiritual accomplishments, fierce destroyer of illusion who dispels every obstruction. We pray to you for blessing, inspiration, and realization. Please remove all outer, inner, and secret obstacles and spontaneously fulfill our aspirations. Our refuge prayer, three times in English. In Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, we go for refuge until fully awakened. Through the power of generosity, ethics, patience, enthusiastic effort, concentration, and wisdom. For the sake of all beings, may we realize and demonstrate our innate goodness. In Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, we go for refuge until fully awakened. Through the power of generosity, ethics, patience, enthusiastic effort, concentration, and wisdom. For the sake of all beings, may we realize and demonstrate our innate goodness. In Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, we go for refuge until fully awakened. Through the power of generosity, ethics, patience, enthusiastic effort, concentration, and wisdom. For the sake of all beings, may we realize and demonstrate our innate goodness. The great yogi Milrepa sang, "My body is the holy mandala itself, wherein resides the Buddhas of all times. With their blessings, I'm freed from all needs and attachments. By day and night, I offer them up. Happy am I to do without material things, knowing that all beings in the 6 realms of samsara are inherently Buddhas, and all the 3 worlds the self-creating, measureless Trikaya Palace. Whatever I do is the play of the Dharma Dhatu, ultimate reality. Whoever I'm with is the Yidam deity. Wherever I stay is the Buddha's abode. Happy am I to forego outer supports, rituals, and symbols." So remember, as we settle in, settle down, arrive on the seat for our meditation practice. This practice is about awareness, common and unique awareness. Noticing what's happening, noticing what's arising, noticing emotion, noticing sensation, but not clinging to it. Letting go and letting be, letting things just be as they are. So remember, natural body is not too tight and not too loose. Sit upright if you can, lay down if you need to, stand up, or walk if you need to. Simply be awake and aware. That is the meditation. Watching. Sit in natural awareness meditation, and this means being vigilant. You know you're going to become distracted at any moment. It happens and happens again. And when it happens, we can celebrate because we catch it. So during this meditation, just sit and wait. Waiting for the moment of distraction so that you can turn your attention right back to here and now. Right here, right now. Sit with natural breath and energy, fully breathing, relaxed, If you'd like, you can focus on the inhalation and relax and release on the exhalation. Being aware that you're breathing in and being aware that you're breathing out. Sitting with natural heart mind means that we're open and curious, not rigidly tied to beliefs or emotions. Just letting everything come and go, not trying to change anything. Just be vigilant, waiting for that moment of distraction to just turn back right here. Nowhere else to go. Nothing on the task list. Nothing more important than this moment. This playful exercise of awareness. Just sitting, natural body, releasing any tension. Just breathing, soothing, nourishing, present. Natural heart mind, full of compassion, loving kindness. Opening to the wisdom of awareness. watching, waiting, anticipating the moment of distraction. There it is. Return. Focus your awareness on intention and allow compassion and wisdom to arise from and into pure potential. May all beings everywhere with whom we are inseparably interconnected and who want and need the same as we do, may all be awakened, liberated, healed, fulfilled, and free. May there be peace in this world and throughout all realms of existence, an end to war, violence, poverty, injustice, and oppression. And may we all together complete the spiritual journey. The jewel is in the lotus. It's the absolute in the manifest of the relative. Join me in the japa meditation, chanting Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Mani Padme Hum, Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Mani Padme Hum, Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Mani Padme Hum. Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Mani Padme Hum, Om 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 Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Let us read together the Sakyopa Prayer. By the blessings of the Triple Gem, may the minds and hearts of all beings be attuned to the sublime Dharma. Bless us to move forward on the path of true understanding. May the way be cleared of all impediments. Bless us that the elusive vision may appear in the light of the transcendent wisdom of Buddha. May unskillful thoughts and actions cease to arise. Bless us with the awakening of true love and compassion. May all beings realize perfect enlightenment. So these past weeks, this past week specifically, has been an opportunity for much emotion to arise and take root, begin to lead us around right to the lap of suffering. It's this injustice and war and the cycle of greed and intimidation and unskillfulness. Yet we know that this experience will come and feel very significant and go. Experience will continue in different ways. This is the example of how our experience is in constant change. Everything relative within your sight, sound, taste, touch, smell that you can feel or experience, emotions, thoughts. These are all aggregate parts that lead us to attachment. We talked last week about the absolute and relative nature of our experience and how one is not separate from the other. Ego is a protector of the relative and physical being, doing its job to create emotions, attachments, fears, all in intention of keeping the physical form safe. But it also makes us feel that we are separate. So everything relative is that which has been manifested. And all that is ultimate is unmanifest. So you can think about this ultimate or universal mind, universal existence as this pool of pure potential. Anything can arise out of this pure potential. Anything. And it does. Everything that we know as an experience in this relative existence is born out of pure potential. The good things, the bad things, the things we don't like, the things we do like, the smells, the tastes, the greed, the injustice, the anger, fear, all born out of pure potential, like a big ocean, creating waves of experience, droplets, mist, and then returning back to endless pure potential. In the same way, we can think of everything relative as on the timeline of birth and death. Everything coming together and coming apart, maybe is a better way of saying it. Not so much fear and attachment that arises with that. So remember, everything comes together and comes apart, falling back into that pool of pure potential and arising as something else, manifesting as something else from pure potential. So it's sometimes hard because we become attached and become hyper aware of our emotions and are led around by them. But simply said, everything relative is based in illusion. This projection, pure potential, manifesting in different ways, arising for a time, but then returning. So it's all this projected illusion. And that doesn't mean to diminish it, because it feels very significant. It can feel very joyful and intense, really cool sometimes and really terrible sometimes. That's just the nature of the relative experience. But remember, it's coming from pure potential, and therefore is led by pure potential, has the roots of pure potential, did not arise as evil, did not arise as a terrible taste or a terrible smell. Simply just projection. So in times like this, it's important for us to stay grounded understanding that the relative is just simply projection, a reflection, a manifestation, just the experience. And sometimes it's terrible and sometimes it's really great. And both are impermanent. They rise and settle from and into pure potential. So what can we do actively? Let the real compassion and wisdom arise. We don't have to go out and buy anything to be compassionate and wise. We don't have to acquire anything. We don't have to push anything off. Simply being aware that we are in our intentional, compassionate state. Each of us. We can do it. So we try to stay vigilant. We try to stay aware. We practice in this meditation, just like I instructed earlier about hiding and waiting, watching for that moment of distraction. Let that be the game. Simply just watching for the moment that we get distracted, instead of discovering 2 weeks down the road that I've been distracted for 2 weeks. I can begin to play the game of watching and waiting, checking in. Am I distracted? I am distracted. And from there, we can return. So when you find yourself distracted in emotion, distracted in even the throes of anger, resentment, sorrow, fear, remember to return to this compassionate wisdom. Remember with intention to turn back toward that awareness. And it's simply a reflection, a projection, a manifestation. We can still get through it. We can still participate in meaningful and mindful ways. That's yours to keep a hold of. Not grasping and clinging to, but turning toward with intention. Yeah. So let's think about that for a few minutes I'd like to recite the 4 dharmas of Genpopa and Longchenpa together, the prayer for 10 accomplishments, and our bodhicitta discussion, or bodhicitta dedication, so then we can have our Sangha satsang discussion. There we are. Four dharmas of Genpopa and Longchenpa. Bless and empower us that our minds and hearts turn toward the Dharma. Bless and empower us that the Dharma practice becomes the path. Bless and empower us that that path truly dispels confusion. Bless and empower us that that confusion itself dawns as primordial awareness. May we realize true sincerity and integrity, inner purity of mind, dispassionate equanimity toward all we see, right understanding of this dreamlike world and the next, loving compassion toward others and the genuine intention to be helpful in alleviating suffering and confusion. May we directly perceive the truths of impermanence, mortality, and interconnectedness, relinquish wandering thoughts and rampant desires, accomplish freedom of mind and clarity of spirit, Remember with gratitude those who have gone before and shown the way, and vow to reach together full and complete enlightenment. 3 times in English. May the pure, brilliant sun of bodhicitta dawn in each and every heart and mind, dispelling the darkness of suffering and confusion, unstoppably until all are illumined and awakened. May the pure, brilliant sun of bodhicitta dawn in each and every heart and mind, dispelling the darkness of suffering and confusion, unstoppably until all are illumined and awakened. May the pure, brilliant sun of bodhicitta dawn in each and every heart and mind, dispelling the darkness of suffering and confusion, unstoppably until all are illumined and awakened. Body, speech, and mind directed toward awakening and for the benefit of all beings without one single exception. So let's go into our Sangha discussion group, our satsang. Welcome, everybody. Good morning. Feel free to turn on cameras, turn on microphones, say hi. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm hanging. How are you?
I'm hanging as well. Hanging as well.
Is everybody else going to stay muted? I mean, quiet, full screen. There we go.
Marla.
YouTube.
Brooke and Tom are both here too. Hi, guys and gals. How has your week been?
There we
Morning.
go.
I don't have my camera on because my webcam's not working.
Oh, I figured it was a bad hair day like I'm having. I have to go to the groomer after this.
There you go. I have some questions.
Sure.
You've used some big words, and I've heard you say this over and over again. And
okay,
maybe I need some clarification. What's your definition of relativity? What's your definition of absolute? And what is your pure potential? You use them over and over again. And although I think I have an image of what you're talking about, that's
well, first, don't let my my description be the end of your exploration.
right.
So
Yes.
sure that you keep that. But
yes.
So I would say that that ultimate is anything that's unmanifest.
That's pure potential.
Yes. So think of that as sort of the ocean of all things.
Okay.
Everything.
Okay.
Energy as it is. The vast luminous void is that is beast in pure potential. So it's the Higgs, what is they call it? The God particle, the Higgs boson, that sort of nucleus that is just pure energy, pure potential.
And is that both painful energy and ultimate energy like compassion?
No, things like compassion and, positivity and things like that are manifest. So when it takes sort of a polar opposite, it could be a good or a bad, those are manifest things. So that's not ultimate reality. Ultimate reality is simply that pure potential, that luminous void that is stainless. Yeah. Stainless.
Okay.
Yeah. One taste.
Okay.
Yeah. So anything relative, we often talk about relative being sort of our physical form. But if you really think of everything that we can see, taste, touch, smell, experience, knock on, stand on, put on and think. So, the emotions and the thoughts and the sensations that we're experiencing, those are all pieces of relative.
Okay.
And those are all, born of that pure potential. So,
the ego and the personality would be fit into that category.
Into relative, yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. And that ego is the thing that protects. Protects all things relative.
Yeah.
Where we get clinging and grasping from and craving and attachment is through that ego. And we know that, is a good thing because it keeps us from walking off cliffs and into traffic and playing with the big tiger.
Okay. Yep.
So pure potential is that vast luminous void that we always talk about as emptiness.
Okay.
So that.
And absolute?
Absolute is that vast luminous void.
Oh, is the
absolute? Yes. Yes.
Okay. Absolute is pure.
Yep. Did that
okay.
clarify some of it?
in your compassion, your wisdom, your awareness, your turning over with intent is all relatives. Is all aspects of the relative. Okay.
Correct.
Gotcha. Okay.
Making some clarifications. Hopefully.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So that I can shape it when you say those words into what your meaning is. You would love the diamond work.
I know. I subscribed to some newsletters and things too. So
did you get my email the other day?
I did. Okay. I did. I appreciate that. So, and I got the Sounds True version of where Tammy Simon is interviewing A.H. Amos about the Diamond Path. So I've been listening to that. It's really quite good. And it's very Dzogchen adjacent.
Yes. Very, 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 but broader.
Yeah.
More inclusive of everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where Dzogchen is very just it's direct, like
right.
Pinpoint direct.
Right.
Yep. It's good though. Good. How's Brooke?
Good.
Brooklyn Beats.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I was having some sound issues earlier, but no, I'm doing good.
I was going to text you yesterday.
Yeah.
I saw you come on and I was like, oh,
we have ESP.
She did it. Like, got the psychic connection.
Yeah. No, I thought this morning was very good and always a good reminder, especially when there's things globally happening, to always check back in with compassion and, just making sure you're always trying to put your best foot forward for everyone. Well,
it always resonates more and more with me the more I understand that, we feel we have a responsibility, and we do, to other living beings and others who are experiencing, injustice and fears and, anything that's bad. We we want to help, but we also sort of get caught in it and just become sort of the sidecar to all of that, where we can be more skillful in taking, with the understanding that those things are all illusion, that we can still respond with skill and participate and not just slough it off and go, oh, it's just illusion, that, that's not even happening. And, go back to my latte, it's understanding what it is and why it's happening, because hurt people, and et cetera, and understanding and being compassionate toward that, and keeping a firm footing of that understanding that it is just a manifestation.
And it's easy to forget that every action of ours makes a difference. And we can see that that's miles and miles and miles away, and that it might not affect us, but every single positive thing that you can do throughout the day towards people and yourself collectively kind of increases the positive vibration of, the community and the world as a whole. And you just have to keep being positive all of the time.
Right. And try to maybe even counteract that moment of anger, because we all had it. That moment of disgust and anger, and, that ripples out. And then we have to be more vigilant in not continuing with that and stopping it as we can stop it, because we understand that, oh, that's simply a reaction.
Yeah.
We have a lot of reactions to suffering that sort of keep us moving into and toward suffering. So the cure for that is, to me, is the awareness that it's happening. And when we can train ourselves to just be vigilant and watch for that moment, that I know I'm going to have a moment of distraction into anger, into disgust, into fear, and I'm trained to spot it and turn back. Turn back to that footing and that compassionate understanding,
and being compassionate towards yourself, and forgiving, and knowing that that's going to happen, and it's okay. Life, every day you're learning and
understand it's not an error. It's just a thing. Like it's just sort of a natural,
human response.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
Yes.
So I'm working on two things. I'm working on a half-day online meditation that's going to be on the 2nd of April, Saturday, the 2nd of April. And then a few weeks later, I think it's 3 weeks, maybe it's 4 weeks later, I'm going to do a virtual weekend. So the nice. Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, half day Sunday, because I know people have things they have to do. So following the format that we did with Lama Surya Das.